Hi friends, this is Narsimha. Today I am going to describe about the ICH guidelines. Okay, what are the ICH guidelines? When these guidelines were established firstly, what is the main important to establishment of this ICH guidelines? I will explain more. Okay, the first ICH guidelines was established in 1990 of April month. That first established by the European EU market and US market and the Japan market. The three regulatory bodies were sat together and they decided and they made a one guideline for all globally like harmonization, that is called as ICH guidelines. First of all, they are planned in 1989 only. We have to prepare a one global guidelines for all industries, all companies, all countries like, and they thought and they implemented, and their first meet was held in April month of 1990. That time that ICH guideline name was International Conference on Harmonization. After 15 years, again the committee was reset and in the month of October 2015, and that ICH name was changed as International Council for Technical Requirement for Pharmaceutical for Human Usage. Okay, that name was changed in October month of 2015. Okay, what is the main important to establishment of these guidelines? Actually, before these guidelines, different countries having different way to approach that registration purpose. Okay, for example, one country giving as a two different ways to registration of the drug product with a different process, and in this way some lack is happening in that. So in that way they thought that we have to prepare one common guidelines for all our, then we'll reach the our drug substances or drug devices, whatever it may be. So we have to prepare a common guidelines, means it is very good. Like that they thought and they established this ICH guidelines. The importance of this ICH guidelines is whatever you're manufacturing that drug or drug substance or drug devices, you have to focus on the quality, safety, and efficacy. Okay, that is the main reason. We have to manufacture the drug, whatever you are going to manufacture, the drug should be in a good quality mode and safety mode and efficacy mode. And one more thing, that we are doing some clinical trials on human bodies. So we have to reduce the clinical trials on human bodies and minimize the same thing on the animals also. So in this way they have implemented some guidelines. Okay, based on that guidelines only all regulatory bodies are going through this ICH guidelines. Okay, these ICH guidelines are mainly four parts. One is quality and safety, efficacy, and multidisciplinary. Okay, these four guidelines were main important for the ICH guidelines. Actually, people have thought that ICH guidelines means only quality guidelines, 14 are there. That are the ICH guidelines, like that they will thought. But no, we have, there is four types of guidelines, that is quality, safety, efficacy, and multidisciplinary. Okay, whatever the drug you are manufacturing, the drug should be meet these four types of guidelines. Okay, each guideline having different subparts. For example, quality guideline. Quality means prefix is Q. So quality having 14 types of subparts, and safety is 12 parts of subparts, and efficacy also 20 subparts of guidelines are there, and multidisciplinary is 14 parts of subparts are there. Okay, as discussed, ICH quality guidelines here I am explaining. Totally 14 ICH quality guidelines are there. Okay, one by one I will explain here. First one is stability. In quality guideline, first guideline subpart is stability. Q1. It is Q1A, Q1B, Q1C, Q1D, Q1E, and Q1F. Subparts are there. Okay, Q1 having Q1A to Q1F subparts are there. Each Q1A having different support, like Q1A is stability testing of new drug substances and products. Okay, and Q1B is Photostability testing of new drug substances and products. And Q1C, stability testing for new drug and new dosage forms. Okay. And Q1D is bracketing and matrixing designs for stability testing of new drug substances and products. Okay. And Q1E, evaluation of the stability data. Whatever the data generated by this stability, that evaluation will discuss in Q1E. And Q1F, stability data package for registration as per the climatic zones. Okay. This is related to Q1. Q1 is totally related to stability. And the second one is Q2. Q2 is analytical validation. Analytical validation having only one, that is revised in two times, Q2R1 and Q2R2. Okay. Q2R1 is regarding to the validation of analytical procedures and methodology. Okay, whatever the analytical procedure is there, that procedures and methodology will explain in analytical validation Q2R1. And Q2R2 is analytical procedure development and revision of analytical validation. Whatever the new process will come now, that will discuss it in Q2R2. Means this Q2 is totally analytical validation related. And Q3 is impurities. Okay, this Q3 also having subparts like Q3A, Q3B, Q3C, Q3D and Q3E. Okay, each one having some different terminology and different guidelines. Like Q1A is totally reveals about that impurities in new drug substances. Okay, Q3A. And Q3B is impurities in new drug products. Okay, Q3A is new drug substances and Q3B is new drug products. And impurities, Q3C is guidelines for residual solvents. Whatever the residual solvents are there in our product, that about that residual solvents, this Q3 guidelines in that Q3C is will explain about the residual solvents. And Q3D is elemental impurities. That Q3D is guidelines for the elemental impurities. And Q3 is explains about the assessment and control of extractable and leachable for pharmaceutical and biologics. Okay, this Q3 is reveals about that assessment and control of extractable and reachable for the pharmaceutical and biologics. Okay, this Q3 is totally regarding for the impurities. After that Q4 is pharmacopoeias. Pharmacopoeias is nothing but pharmaceutical, USP, EP, whatever the IP, BP like that. Okay, this pharmacopoeia is having two supports, Q4A and Q4B. Q4B is tells about the pharmacopoeial harmonization globally, and Q4B is evaluation and recommendation of the pharmaceutical text for the ICH guidance. Means, is there any recommendation in the test like whatever the test we are performing? That relevant recommendations will explain in Q4B. Okay, means Q4 is totally relevant to the pharmacopoeias. And Q5 is quality of biotechnological products. Okay, Q5. This Q5 also having 5 subparts, Q3A to Q3E. Okay, this Q5A is viral safety evaluation of the biotechnological products. Okay, Q5A is explains about the viral safety evaluation of the biotechnological products. Okay, and Q5B is analysis of DNA derivative products. Q5B is relevant to the analysis of DNA derived products. Okay, and Q5C is stability testing of biotechnological products. Okay, Q5C is explains about the stability testing of biotechnology products. And Q5D is explains about the derivation and characterization of cells. Whatever the cells are there in biotechnological products, that cells characterization and derivation will explain in the Q5D. And Q5E. Q5 is comparability of biotechnological products regarding the changes of manufacturing process. Okay, different biotechnological products having different manufacturing process. Whatever the drug manufactured with different product process, that comparability will review in Q5E. And Q6 is totally explain about the specifications. Q6 also having two subparts. One is Q6A and Q6B. Okay, this Q6 guidelines is totally about the specifications. Okay, Q6A is tells about the test procedures and acceptance criteria for new drug substances. Okay, and Q6B is test procedures and acceptances criteria for biotechnological products. And Q7 is good manufacturing practices. Okay, there is no supports in Q7, that is totally about the current good manufacturing practices. Okay, and Q8 is pharmaceutical development. Here also there is no supports, whatever the new updations will be there, that will implemented in pharmaceutical development, that is Q8. And after that Q9 is quality risk management. Here also there is no supports, it is describing about the risk assessment for the new thing, anything in the industry. And Q10 is pharmaceutical quality systems. Whatever the systems equipments we are used or procedures are there, that pharmaceutically we have to ensure that quality. Okay, pharmaceutical quality systems, that is Q10. And Q11 is development of manufacture of drug substances, that is Q11. Okay, development of manufacture of drug substances. Okay, and Q12 is life cycle management. ICH quality guideline 12th is life cycle management. Okay, and Q13 is continuous manufacturing of drug substances and drug products. Continuous manufacturing of drug substances and drug products. And Q14 is analytical procedure development. Okay, Q14. These are the quality guidelines of ICH. Totally 14 guidelines are there. Okay, but we have to remember this all guidelines means it is somewhat difficult. So here one logic is there to identify, to recognize these all guidelines of quality, like here SAI, PQS, G, PQP, DLCA. If you remember this 6 words means you can easily remembering that ICH quality guidelines. SAI, S means stability, A means analytical validation, I means impurity, means Q1A, Q2, Q3, and P is represented as pharmacopoeias, Q4, and Q5 specifications, quality of biotechnological products, and S is represents as Q6 specifications. G means good manufacturing practices, and P is pharmaceutical development. Q means quality risk management, again P means pharmaceutical quality systems. Okay, PQP. And DLC, development of manufacturing of drug substances. L means life cycle management. C means continuous manufacturing of drug substances and products. DLC means you know about the cricket Duckworth-Lewis concept, you know very well. Just remember and just remember that concept. Here also you can apply DLC, Duckworth-Lewis concept. Here D prefix, development of manufacturing of drug substances. L, life cycle management. And continuous, C means continuous manufacturing of drug substances and products. And lastly A is analytical procedure development. If you remember this, you can easily remember that ICH quality guidelines. Okay, thank you.